Goodbye, my friend, knows where we shall. The time waits for me. Who knows where we shall meet again? If ever.
This is the masterful creative art of Carl Benders. The animals shown here are not photographs, they are paintings of Carl Benders, the most masterful collective artist in the United States. The graphic and intense detail is just how good he is. Carl Benders lives in the forest wildlife surrounding, and he breathes the breath of life to his hundreds of drawings. Carl Benders is truly the master of the 20th century wildlife art. Palmer International World Companies Incorporated, and Palmer Art Productions Company, is proud to sell the last few pieces of his amazing and beautiful art. Journey into the Palmer International World Companies Incorporated, and Palmer Art Productions Company present. The special and soul-seeking artist, and president of the Palmer Companies, the artist, Marlon Palmer. At only 9 years old, Marlon knew he would rise to the level of art master of contrasting color art. That is an art he created himself, which is the beautiful faces of all races in peace and happiness. Look at this art and you will see the trademark of Marlon Palmer and his endless art of art mastery. This is an art of contrasting color art. This is an art of togetherness, love and beautiful faces of all races. Review the royal beauty, elegance and the great workmanship of Marlon Palmer in a beautiful display. These are the great art masters that inspired Marlon Palmer to perfect his skills and master his own techniques. Such as the great DALHART WINDBERG, the master of landscape art. Roy TABORA, the master of beautiful tropical landscape and seascape art. Norman Rockwell, the master of family folk art of intriguing faces and expressions. Ralph Cowan, the master of celebrity Renaissance art, and the amazing and unforgettable Jacques-Louis David, the master of 18th century Renaissance art. Marlon's life on the canvas has been busy and full of massive, detail workmanship. Enjoy this preview. Review the original paintings of artist Marlon Palmer, for sale worldwide. Own a Marlon Palmer's original for as low as $500 to $300,000. Review the breathtaking paintings for sale worldwide, framed in the original frames or you can have them unframed and frame them yourself. All prices includes a round-trip ticket to Costa Rica and shipping costs to your country with 5 years restoration and damage guarantee. Plus, the original painting of Marlon Palmer. Review the original paintings of artist Marlon Palmer, for sale worldwide. Own a Marlon Palmer's original for as low as $500 to $300,000. Review the breathtaking paintings for sale worldwide, framed in the original frames or you can have them unframed and frame them yourself. All prices includes a round-trip ticket to Costa Rica and shipping costs to your country with 5 years restoration and damage guarantee. Plus, the original painting of Marlon Palmer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Marlon Palmer's beautiful confession to God that he would never paint again unless he was painting the work of God called the Alpha and Omega. However, Marlon have asked for forgiveness to paint one last masterpiece called Trustful Love. Review the detail masterpiece in the beginning stages, capturing every vivid detail and perfection before the final layers of paint for completion. This will be a masterpiece like never before that will bring you joy and happiness each time you look at it. Enjoy the wonderful and magnificent work. This was Marlon's depressing prayer to God in his darkest moment of agony and deep sorrows. Dear God, forgive me, O God, for breaking my word that I will never paint again. Give me the strength and health to paint my last painting so it can glorify you. In the holy name of Jesus, amen. I have repeated the artist confession to God. Marlon now will rise again and paint like an angel of light and paint a mastery that you have never seen and that you could never imagine. Stay tuned for Marlon.
This is a painting called Trustful Love. This is a masterpiece I always wanted to finish. I had to ask God for forgiveness because I promised him I would never paint again since 2000. But now I believe in my heart he has forgiven me. And now I want to do a masterpiece for you. I will come back like a great fighter to fight the world of arts, to bring back my artistry, to bring back beautiful faces of all races. This is a masterpiece of beauty, color, and agility. A work of art like you have never seen. Yes, this is a world like colors forever, just like my painting colors forever. I love this painting. I helped draw this painting with a passion. I started this beautiful line as real as a photograph. I'm going to make for you an art of ancient China, an art of royal Renaissance. Look at these beautiful kids playing with these jewelry. Look at this gorgeous, handsome lion, as tame as any common animal. Look at the jungle, look at the leopards. Look at these lovely, beautiful kids. These are my models. I thank them for supporting my project. I want to create for you a world of artistry. This idea I developed so rich in my mind. I wanted to make something fascinating, something colorful, something adventurous with little children. And yes, God has blessed me to be able to create this. And now I will attempt to paint this masterpiece in 30 days. I have painted my last masterpiece many years ago, back in the 1980s, called Creativity and Expression. It only took me 5 weeks. It was a massive 28 by 14-foot mural. I painted it in just about 5 weeks. And I know I can do this. Yes, I've been in retirement for 17 years. This painting remained unfinished, but now I've come out of retirement. God had given me one more opportunity just to do this painting. And I will do this painting to the honor and the glory of God. Nothing I do for myself. I've asked God for forgiveness today to do this wonderful, beautiful painting. And I want you to join me to a world of the unknown, a world of beauty, a world of happiness, a world of beautiful faces of all races. This is the world that I've created. A world of happiness, a world of unity, a world of natural beauty. You couldn't even imagine what this will look like when I'm finished. But I guarantee you one thing. When you look at this painting, you will see beauty. You will see beauty in my artistry. And when you look at my artistry, you will see all the wonderful things that God has created. I thank God for giving me this energy in my mind, in my heart, to do this painting. And I hope I can glorify God in every way. And also make my thousands of clients very happy. I hope God will bless this work and give me the energy to do this. 17 years retirement is not easy. But I think in my heart, my mind has grown and I have gotten better. I don't get worse, I just get better as time ages. So ladies and gentlemen, I would also attempt to paint this masterpiece just like my great artists. Some of these artists I've exhibited with, like Norman Rockwell, Ralph Corhen, Salvador Dali, you just named them, even Picasso. But the one I've been inspired is by Jacques Louis David, an old artist from the early centuries who have adopted his style and Renaissance. And I will bring back beauty to you, to your heart, mind, and soul. Give me a chance and just wait for 30 days. And you will see what is the greatest art of mastery. This is trustful love, an art that you will never forget, an art of beauty. I hope you enjoy my painting, Trustful Love. Thank you for listening. God bless you. And thank you, Jesus, for forgiving me once again and giving me the energy to do this wonderful work of art.
Dear viewers, all these original paintings are also available as limited edition prints and fine art collector posters, ranging from prices as low as $5 up to $100. Volume discount is available, and wholesale discount is also available. Get a limited edition printer of fine art collector's poster of Marlon Palmer, and fill you Homer.